Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Underground Rising here on the Asylum Project channel on YouTube. Today I'm going to be reviewing an up and coming band from America. I believe they're from America anyway. If they're Canadian, I do apologise if you watch this video and you're actually Canadian. But anyway, they're a band called Candy Brain. Some of you may have already seen them. They supported Combi Christ a couple of years ago. They're about to go out on the road supporting Will I Am Control, and they've been doing a fair few gigs recently as well. Their debut album has only just come out. It's called The Inkwell, and that's what I'm going to be reviewing for you today. However, there is a small caveat to this. For some reason, I did actually sort of download this from their Bandcamp, like a free download. However, for some reason, one of the tracks on the album it didn't download. I downloaded it twice just to make sure that it wasn't just a slight cock up in the downloading. So I will be reviewing what I can on the album for you. Unfortunately, it isn't the full album because track number 8, a track called Ivy, there just didn't seem to be a way to download it. I don't know what's going on there. However, we'll have a look at the rest of the album and basically tell you whether they're worth getting into. Obviously, if you do, you can check out the album or do what I'm going to do, which I'll reveal in the conclusion. But obviously, any money you can give towards supporting all these underground bands will be much appreciated to them, because obviously it helps them to tour and helps them to bring you more superb music. Anyway, for those of you who are wondering, one, who the hell am I talking about, and two, who the hell are Candy Brain, which I suppose is both the same question. As always, here is a little explanation for you. Candy Brain was formed in 2013 by vocalist keyboardist Bunny R. Abbott and guitarist Anton Silva, with the help of their robot Inkbot. Candy Brain blends many genres of music to form a unique, chilling sound. In 2013, Candy Brain put out 3 singles: The Inkwell, The Asylum and Masquerade. In 2014, they finally took to the stage for the first time, opening for Combi Christ, alongside Will I Am Control, I can't remember how he pronounces it, and Davey Suicide. They're about to do another tour with William Control, so make sure you catch them on that tour. The band currently consists of Bunny R. Abbott, Anton Silva, Inkbot, also known as the Dead Machine, Rachel Zayats and Chelsea Chaos. The first track on the album is an intro track, and it's called Ring of Inkbot. Now this starts with menacing sounding keyboards and slightly creepy keyboard before bass and drums kick in. It's a nice little intro to help set things up for the rest of the record. Up next is a track called Fire She Made. Now this starts with very haunting sounding keyboards, then Bunny joins in with a slight echo effect on her vocals. The whole band then kicks in at around the 30-second mark and goes into a superb driving riff that's almost waltz sounding, if you get what I mean. We break down to just bass and keyboards in the middle of the song, which leads to electric drums coming in and then back to the keyboard and vocals. We then get a great sweeping riff and some haunting vocals from Bunny, and the song ends with a very music box sounding keyboard and then some EBM style bass and electric drums, which end the song very suddenly. Up next is the first song of Candy Brain that I ever heard, and is indeed a song I've been playing on my radio show, the Psycho-Sim Project, on Total Metal Radio quite a bit. This is Carnage Society. Now this starts with an awesome keyboard melody intro, which leads into a crash of drums, then a catchy riff before Bunny's vocals come in over the top of a stop-start riff. We then break down to stop-start drums and guitars over the top of a different keyboard melody, which leads us into the chorus, which will be stuck in your head for months on end. At the middle 8 we break down to keyboards, then drums come back in, and a driving bass line changes the melody of the song. A simple kick drum builds up the song into another run through of the chorus with just vocals and keyboards. The guitars and drums then rejoin us for one last run through of the chorus to take us through to the end of the song. Up next is the title track of the album, yes, the Inkwell. This starts with a very whimsical sounding keyboard melody. Drums and guitar then come in playing along with an almost Nightwish sounding keyboard melody. Then Buddy's beautiful vocals come in over the top. The song continues along a bit of a dreamlike state, which also brings to mind sort of the music of Alice in Wonderland films. In the middle we have a small break from the keyboard, then a fast driving riff and drums to help vary the pace of the song up as Buddy continues singing along with the keyboard melody. We then break down to just bass, drums and keyboard back to the slow pace at the beginning of the song. And then just the guitars and vocals rejoin for another run through of the chorus. We then end the song with a fade out. Up next is a song called Delusion of Poetic Justice. Now this starts with a swirling keyboard melody and then the drums and guitars come in over the top. Buddy then joins in with the emotive vocals, adding to the overall feel that something's slightly wrong on this song, in the same way that Radiohead have managed with most of their songs during their career. Buddy is backed up by male vocals for the chorus to add yet another layer to the song's sound. We then break down to just keyboard and violin samples, again reminding of Nightwish, before the guitars and drums crash back in. Near the end of the song we get a slow kind of guitar solo, adding to the overall creepy feel of the song, and then we fade out to end. Now the next track on the edition of the album I've got through a download should have been Ivy. However, as I explained at the start, something's cocked up possibly on the Bandcamp page because for some reason the track Ivy didn't actually download. So the next track for me is in fact track 9, and that's called The Asylum. Now this starts with another EBM sounding melody on keyboard, which then is joined by drums and a driving heavy industrial style guitars. We then break down to just bass and keyboards while Bunny joins the song with her vocals. The guitars then rejoin with the drums at a nice driving pace. Whispered style vocals start being spoken over a heavier riff for the chorus, almost reminding me a little bit of Blue by the Birthday Massacre. We then change melody during the last minute of the song with a nice keyboard break until the drums and guitar crash back in. This song is sure to go down superbly live. The song comes to a sudden end. The last song on the album, adding drums, guitars and keyboards playing the lead melody. I don't know what a lard melody is, but anyway, losing the ability to speak. Anyway, Bunny then comes in with echo effects on her vocals to add another haunting feeling to the overall sound of the song. For the chorus, the guitars get heavier and we break down to just keyboards, bass and drums for the pre-chorus build-up. At the middle 8, we have just the instruments playing along with a nice piano melody over the top until we break down to just keyboards playing that melody, take us through to the end of the song, and indeed the end of their debut album. In regards to the track that was missing called Ivy, I have contacted the band to let them know that this is going on, so hopefully that is an issue that will get sorted. So anyway, coming up next is my conclusion on the album and whether or not you should be checking this band out. So, what did I think of Candy Brain's debut album, The Inkwell? Well, despite the issues with the download missing one of the tracks for some reason, and well, I know that the band have been through a lot actually over the last year. In fact, as of about 4 or 5 months ago, they'd essentially broken up. But they fought through it, they managed to come up with an absolutely superb album. The only thing that slightly drags the album down is the production. I know they had a nightmare with that as well. The computer they were using for the production, basically the screen busted on them, so they have fought tooth and nail to get this album recorded and out. So the production's not amazing, but again, it's an unsigned band. What can you do really to be able to get those sort of really quality production sounding albums? You need to have a lot of money, and obviously being an unsigned band, you're just not going to have the support of a label or anything. So all in all, I'll give it 4 out of 5. A band that are definitely worth checking out, an album that's definitely worth checking out and buying as well. I will be buying this myself because I like to have a physical copy. And hopefully we'll see them here in the UK at some point, because I bet live they absolutely kill it. Anyway, I want to thank you again for watching another edition of Underground Rising here on the Psycho Sim Project on YouTube. I will be back soon with another video for you. My next review, will be the new Camelot album, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, I've been Psycho Sim. Feel free to support the show, on the link under there. Obviously, that's the Patreon page. Any money you can give me to help support me, so that I can obviously continue reviewing things for you and getting up to London to do interviews with bands, would be much appreciated. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Go check out Candy Brain. They're on Facebook now, and hopefully they will be signed by a label very soon. Thank you for watching, and good night.